There's no question about it. Part of the brief was salt in the dessert, and they've given us lots of flake salt over the top of it.
There's salt in the dessert, as in, I've made a salty caramel, and there's salt in the dessert, as in, oops, I've just spilled the salt shaker.
Come on, blue team, let's go. Let's punch out the main.
We have to serve 24 VIPs, and I genuinely don't know whether we've done enough for everybody.
Eliza?
Yeah.
There is just over 2 cups of sauce, which is 50 mils per plate.
Perfect.
No, it's not.
The prune jus is going to add an extra sweetness, and without it, we won't have a balanced dish.
Eloise, I will need some sauce on the plate.
We're scooping on the sauce, we're sending plates out, and with each plate, there's less and less jus left.
We'll have to make that last because that's all we've got.
I get Ben on the cauliflower puree. I've got Aram cutting up the pork. I'm putting the pork on the plate. I've got Eloise sorting out the jus.
How many do we need?
That might do us.
Oh my goodness, what a massive relief. The sauce made it.
Great work, blue team. I'm so proud of you guys. Keep it up.
I'm proud of you as our captain, Eliza.
Thank you. I'm really proud of this dish today, and I think that the concept of air is bang on in the crackling, and I hope they get blown away.
So, Eliza, what's your main course?
Crispy crackling pork belly with a prune jus and a cauliflower puree.
And the air is represented how on this dish?
Crispy pork crackling, and we've also made reference to the prunes, which just the area that we're in are known for dried fruit, and air drying fruit is another way we've incorporated air.
Nice. Good thinking. Great work.
Enjoy.
Thank you, Eliza.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It looks like an ancient old broken down Roman road. It's kind of all airy and puffed up.
Look,
yeah.
what I love is, look at here. You can see where the edge of the actual salt plains are starting to crack.
But especially, look over there.
And you know the funny thing is, Heston, I couldn't hear a thing you were saying because I was eating the crackling, and that's all I could hear.
Oh, that
No,
super airy. That's like porky honeycomb, isn't it?
that's super airy, yep.
Oh, wow. They've done that really well, haven't they? I didn't think the prune sauce was a good idea, but it's actually adds a lovely note to the dish and a smooth cauliflower. It's delicious.
I love it. I think it's a delicious plate of food. The creativity is about how you incorporate the air idea, and I think they've done that brilliantly. And it's just delicious. I mean, pork belly is such a great thing to eat when it's that crunchy, but also that soft and yielding. The fat's rendered into almost like a jelly state.
Talk about walking the tightrope. They risked everything on this dish,
Yeah, they
because
did.
if you didn't get that crackling right, it would have been a disaster, but they've nailed it.
The crackle was just to die for. We could all hear the crunch going along this side of the table. And the prune jus was probably one of the best sauces I think I've ever had with pork, so highly impressed.
Come on, guys, keep pushing.
Let's go.
Come on, Nicole, you got to speak to us. Come on, Red.
The entree went really well. We've just got our main out, and now we really have to focus on this dessert.
We're nearly there.
There's still a lot of elements that need to get done before service.
How's that dessert going? Yeah, I'm gonna whip the first batch after this.
For our dessert, we're doing whipped chocolate ganache with citrus, and I'm working on the fresh orange. Tamara's working on the candied orange. Carly's making the pistachios, and Michelle is whipping the ganache.
Oh my goodness.
Carl.
Yeah?
This doesn't look right. It's just splitting. I started whipping my ganache. Oh my God, it splits.
How cold is it?
It didn't have enough time to cool down, so I have no choice but to start again.
Make it perfect. You're all good. Stay calm.
Mish, it's okay. Just breathe.
You're all right, you're all right.
Just needs more chocolate flavors.
You're doing an amazing job, Mishy, okay?
Michelle's looking really panicked. As captain, I'm definitely feeling responsible for her stress levels. I probably should have put another person on dessert a little bit earlier, and now we just need to get it sorted.
The texture and the flavour of the ganache is really important. It has to be nice and light and airy, but really chocolatey at the same time. So we just have to try and achieve that before we get it on the plate.
We just need to make sure this ganache is absolutely perfect, because at this point in the competition, everyone is cooking so well that one little mistake like that can send you into elimination.
Let's go, blue team. Come on, let's smash this last course out.
We're so close. I love this bit. You can see the finish line, you're sprinting towards it, and you're feeling good.
Ice cream's looking fantastic. Ben is the absolute king of ice cream and is now there again.
They're coming out perfectly. They're a beautiful shape. The cinnamon flavour is definitely there. It's really singing through, and the flavours are just great.
I'm going to make a salted butterscotch sauce in the pressure cooker. I've made this sauce before, but not in the pressure cooker.
I'd make a regular old butterscotch sauce using some cream, butter and brown sugar, mix it all together, set it on high pressure and cross my fingers and toes and hope that it works.
Butterscotch sauce in this. I'm very excited to see if this works. If it works, you're a genius.
I hope it works. There is so much pressure on this sauce. It's either going to make or break this dish.
How you going, Mishy? You all right?
Yeah. Since my first batch didn't work, I started whipping the second batch.
You're doing so well, babe. Come on, keep pushing.
I just gotta make it work. I don't have any more time. I'm gonna serve soon. Let's just hope it's great.
We've had a few issues with our dessert, but we need to just work as a team now and get them out.
Do you want to be on quenelling the ganache?
The first thing that goes on the plate is the pistachio crumb. We top that with a quenelled whipped ganache. On top of the whipped ganache, we put a fresh orange segment and the candied orange.
Don't forget the salt flakes on top.
Yep, I'm doing it.
Then we're going to sprinkle some salt flakes on top to incorporate the salt and also to cut through the sweetness.
Nice work, Nicole. Keep it up.
I'm really happy with the way the dish looks. I think it's beautiful.
Service, please.
My biggest concern is definitely with the ganache. It tasted great, but whether it's aerated enough to actually be an air element is another thing. And I'm just hoping that sprinkle of salt on top is enough to hit the brief.
Nicole, what's the dish?
So spiced pistachios, fresh orange segments, and a chocolate ganache.
And how have you used the salt in this dish?
So the salt is just on top of the ganache.
Right. Okay, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
I think the ganache is neither airily whipped or, you know, it sort of falls between two stools.
It's on the verge of being seized. I mean, it has that sort of texture, doesn't it?
Yeah, I find it fatty.
That's where this dish has fallen down, is the airiness.
There's no question about it. Part of the brief was salt in the dessert, and they've given us lots of flake salt over the top of it.
There's salt in the dessert, as in, I've made a salty caramel, and there's salt in the dessert, as in, oops, I've just spilled the salt shaker.
We're going to get this dessert out really timely, guys.
Right now I'm feeling the stress. The vegetable chips look exactly like leaves, but they might be too inconsistent, and we still need the sauce.
Eloise, I will need some sauce on the plate.
Everyone's waiting for my sauce, and I still don't even know if the sauce has worked.
And I'm about to find out.
Did it work, Eloise?
It worked! Yay! Yay!
Good job. Saviour.
So good. You legend.
I'm so relieved. I can't actually believe that it worked, and it's worked really well.
Blue team, you have done such a great job.
So have you, Liz.
The dessert is looking good, and I cannot believe we got a sauce on there. The only thing I'm worried about are those vegetable leaves. I hope it all works together.
Eliza, what is it?
It's a cinnamon ice cream with fallen leaves, goat's cheese mousse, and a salted butterscotch.
And the air?
This time it's quite conceptual. It's the falling leaves off the tree, so they're supposed to be scattered over the plate as though they're falling.
Okay, thank you.
Enjoy.
There's a nice dessert in there. I mean, I like the ice cream. It's really light. I can taste the cinnamon, I can taste the smoke. There's a little hint of salt in there too. And I like that sweet, salty caramel sauce. That's delicious. And I think that they've just rushed those chips. So they vary between really tasty and a little kind of bitter to so dark, I don't like it.
That aside, actually, I thought the ice cream was nice. And the key thing was that a little bit of the sauce rescued that dish.
That caramel butterscotch, they made it in a pressure cooker, which was fantastic. I mean, literally 2 seconds ago, they pulled it off and had butterscotch sauce.
Actually, I didn't even know that. And that alone, I think that's great.
I'm feeling so good. That was just such an experience. I captained the most amazing team. We put out beautiful dishes, and I'm so proud of the blue team.
First time as captain, and I got really lucky because I had the best team ever. Everyone worked so well. We got up some incredible dishes, and it's been a huge week, so it'd be such a shame to go into elimination now.
What a remarkable day. Cooking on the Murray River salt pans and giving 40 lucky people, us and Heston, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. We said at the start of the day that conceptual cooking is really hard. The danger is that the concept can get in the way of deliciousness. Heston, how did they go?
I think you guys did really well. These are challenges that, let's face it, most people would buck off under, but you didn't. And under all of that stress, you still managed to produce 2 good menus.
Unfortunately, the reality is that one team is about to go into elimination at the end of the week. Let's see how you went. Let's start with the entrees. Blue team. The cure on the fish was beautifully balanced. However, it was far too small. There wasn't enough on the plate, and the irony is that it actually needed salt. Where were those potatoes? Red team. It was a pretty dish, and the beetroot cure was clever. And the pickled beetroot and the dried fennel were a perfect combination.
Mains were a course of a totally different colour. Red team, your main might have looked a little bit two-tone, but gee, it delivered. Corn, 3 ways, including some of the best baby corn that Heston and I have ever had. And the duck, succulent. You really triumphed in trying conditions. Well done.
Thank you.
Blue team, your dish was even better. We loved everything about it. I mean, how could we not? What a wonderful combination. Then topping it all off with that perfectly airy, crispy, golden sunsetter crackling.
Right, let's talk about your desserts. Blue team. Guys, those air-dried vegetables, they were inconsistent. But the smoked cinnamon ice cream, delicious. And what a genius way of making salty butterscotch sauce in a pressure cooker. Well done. You've stolen that idea.
Yeah, I've already called the duck.
Red team, a clever concept. Whipped ganache, the idea of adding orange, chocolate and pistachio is fantastic. But the ganache, it wasn't airy enough. And the simple sprinkle of Murray River salt wasn't enough to hit the brief. That is why I'm sorry, Red team. You're joining the others in elimination. Congratulations, Blue team.
Well done, Blues.